Hi, friends. Welcome back. So it's looking like the upcoming Trump administration and the stock market is going to be the most corrupt in history. I want to show you guys what's going on, and let's just jump right in. This is the headlines today. Trump team is seeking to ease U.S. rules for self-driving cars. And basically, if you don't know, Elon Musk and Tesla, they've been pushing that, hey, we got these robot cars. They're so awesome. But there's one holdup. They don't work. And the other holdup is regulations protect people from putting these cars on the road before they are ready. Now, essentially, what's going on is that Trump then, with the obviously money of Elon Musk, you could call it a bribe if you want, will then put pro Tesla people into the government and basically change the rules to favor Tesla. The basic gist of it is that normally when you put a new car on the road, there's a limit of say 2,500 cars per year, but you could just erase that limit and just put out as many of these things on the road again before they're ready. Other car manufacturers, if you don't know this particular history, they use sensors. The cars come in a lot more money. Tesla does not use sensors. They just use cameras only to cut costs. And Tesla does not include in their robocabs a steering wheel or pedals. Normally, these kind of things would be a big holdup and a big no-no with the government. I mean, like, hey, why are you putting out a car on the road that has no steering wheel or pedals? But if you control the government and you can buy people off, then hey, why not? And your stock goes to the moon. So that's what's moving our markets right now. Tesla's having a fantastic run. I'm telling you the truth, it is going up. But how long can this last, and how long will the corruption stand? You also have this. These kind of things are pumped up on social media. This is one of the Tesla stock promoters, Farzad. We talk about a lot on this channel. This is what he says. We'll read his tweet here. It says Tesla needs 10 million autonomous capable vehicles in U.S., each doing 30,000 miles per year to capture 10% of the total miles driven in the U.S., right? Then he says here, 25 profit per mile, 25 cents that is. That gets you to 81 profit a year, 81 billion. And then I guess at 30 PE, that's what, 2.4 trillion valuation on the cars. Then he's talking about 20% market share, 5 trillion valuation, and 40% market share, 10 trillion valuation. So, this kind of stuff, if you're new to the markets and you don't understand any of these numbers, all you just think is like, oh my God, look at all this money, look at all this money, oh my God. And I'll just be pretty frank, guys, all this stuff is a bunch of nonsense. But this is the kind of stuff that gets tweeted out because essentially you're picking out a bunch of newbie investors, and people are also overlooking the massive amounts of corruption here. And this is just our social media, so I have to cover it. Even me, Kevin, jumping on the act. He's buying a Cybertruck, I guess, 4 hours ago. And we are officially idiocracy, where the government is essentially bought and paid for by whatever company. I guess instead of electrolytes, like in idiocracy, we're talking about, guys, it's robot driving, and look how awesome everything is. Now, I try to point you guys out all the stuff happening. For example, I'll challenge you if you follow in this story. How many of you know that the Tesla CFO, the new one, right? Because the other one stepped down, he ran away. But the new one is also selling stock. This person, I think they're selling just recently. They've only been in the job for about a year. They also have more Tesla insiders selling. So Kimball Musk, which is Elon's brother, plus the chairman of the board is selling stock. You also have this Trump. And again, I just want to emphasize like the amount of corruption that we're seeing. This is the headline. Trump to meet privately with Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. And when you read the details, it says President-elect Trump is meeting with CEO of the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. According to people familiar with the matter, and here's the key. The duo is expected to discuss personal appointments for his second administration. Again, just imagine, let's say you love Trump and you're just total Trump fan. Put the shoe on the other foot. Just imagine if a CEO of a company, we'll use the example of Walmart or Amazon, right? Say Jeff Bezos goes to Biden, for his private meetings, and then suddenly Bezos is picking the people that can be in the government to favor Amazon, right? I'm sure the people on that side of the aisle would be throwing up an uproar. For me, if any company does this kind of stuff, guys, I call foul. I think it's absolutely ludicrous, but this is sort of how open and brazen they are about these kind of things. This is a list, and this is all public, right? This is all public corruption. This is a list of all of the Tesla insider selling. That's the CFO right there. That's what I wanted to show you guys. So I'm not just making random stuff up. I'm showing you guys he's selling. And you have this other crazy stuff. There's another meme stock. This is Palantir, and it's actually connected to Tesla. If you don't know, so basically what it is, there's a dude named Karp. He's connected to Thiel. Thiel's also connected to Musk because they all do business with each other. Palantir, one of the board members, and this is a meme stock. If you follow the market, you probably know what Palantir is, but One of the board members was like basically tweeting out this sort of Reddit kind of post talking about tendies, ended up deleting his post and deleting his account. It's kind of nuts because basically they're acknowledging it's a meme stock. Meme stock, we're defining it as a stock that's basically pumped up on social media, not trading on fundamentals. It's just trading on memes and lies and these kind of things. So this is Alex Moore. This is the tweet. So someone saved it here. It says here again, this was deleted and the person deleted their account. We are moving Palantir Tech to NASDAQ because it will force billions in ETF buying and deliver tendies, right? So you have a board member of Palantir talking about tendies, right? The money coming for your stocks to our retail investors. Player haters, be aware that we've been hated for decades, plural. Everything we do is to reward and support our retail diamond hands following. So basically, again, you have a Palantir board member essentially acknowledging that they are a Reddit stock, meme stock, etc. The person ends up deleting the tweet and deleting their account. So what? And then someone else was writing here that who saw the thread that I guess there was a bunch of Palantir people who were also commenting on said tweet. They deleted their tweets also. And get a little of this. What's going on, guys? This is all about money. Make no mistake. Even the CEO of Palantir, right? So that's Karp. He's selling nearly 400 million in stock, and that was just a couple days ago. Also, you got Peter Thiel selling a whole bunch of stock. He's selling like $1 billion of Palantir stock. That was back in just like a couple months ago. I'm pointing this stuff out because, again, for those of you who follow these kind of stocks, you may not, hear the stuff from the stock pumpers. They may not tell you, look at all these insider sells from the CEO and other officers. It's all public, but you just have to know where to look, right? It's all right here. I'm just putting it up on screen. If you don't believe me, you have it all right here. All of these insiders are selling. And you have this. This was not a story purported very much, but I do bring it up from time to time because, frankly, this stinks. There's no other way to put it. So the Peter Thiel guy, he had a boyfriend because he's gay, and his boyfriend conveniently falls out of a window. I'm not making this stuff up. And the police ruled it as, we'll call it self-deletion, but his boyfriend falls out the window, and this was a time when Peter Thiel was telling all his buddies, hey, get your money out of Silicon Valley Bank. That was during the bank run, and he caused a bank run. So there's lots of corruption here, right? Do I know the full story of this thing? I have no idea, other than that his boyfriend fell out a window, and there's a lot of money involved with this stuff. I don't trust these people. I don't like these people. And guys, the Palantir stock was crashing a bit today. I think the story came out with the board member deleting that tweet and other things. But yes, it's had a fantastic run. I can totally see it. You can make money on meme stock, yes, but just understand you're in a trade and be careful of any kind of social media person who's pumping you the stuff but not telling you that insiders are selling or going a very basic metric of PE. Palantir is trading at a 312 PE, which is really, really high. That's roughly 10 times other stocks in the sector. If you don't know what PE is, it's what is the price of stock compared to how much money a company earns/makes. Moreover, that gets more crazy. Again, I'm saying this is the most corrupt administration upcoming with the Trump people and stock market. So Donald Trump, I guess, they're going to be buying a crypto wallet thing or whatever. It says crypto trading venue, okay? So it's called Bakkt. Will this thing go to the moon? Who knows? But they're buying it. And here's what's crazy about it. Get this. So if you guys know this, it says Bakkt's first chief executive was Kelly Loeffler. If you know who Kelly Loeffler is, she was one of the 4 senators that were insider trading. Basically, they went to a private secret meeting, or not secret right word, but we'll say a private meeting in the Senate. There were 4 senators. There was 3 Republicans, 1 Democrat. And then after that, hearing about the true news of COVID, they all sell their stocks right before the market crashed. She is one of the more egregious ones, but it's just kind of no wonder that she's also involved with this crypto thing that Trump is buying. Again, this is all about money and corruption. Trump CFO is selling. A bunch of other insiders are selling. Another investor is selling, right? But they're going to keep pumping this stuff up to you because unfortunately, there's a lot of people who fall for these tricks. These kind of people, guys, when there's billions of dollars on the line, like a lot of money on the line, there's people out there who will lie, cheat, and steal because they just want to get money. I mean, I get that. I totally get it. The question is, do you get it? And it's funny because I did a review on this movie before because to me it was all, old news, but I was thinking about this more the last, couple of days where if you haven't seen the movie The Apprentice, it just came out. It's about Trump and sort of that world. You should definitely see it because for some people, they don't know this world exists. They just think all these people on social media, like your Farzads, who tell you that your Tesla stock's going to be $10 trillion, like 10x from here. I just laugh. They don't know what's BS and what's not. I mean, it's just totally nonsense. Or see this movie, Smartest Guys in the Room. This is about the Enron stuff. Again, these kind of people are all about pumping their stock. Like these, talking about the Enron situation, these kind of people, they would put the stock price in the elevator at the company because it was just basically a stock pumping company. But wait, it gets worse. Moreover, I guess Trump and Musk or whatever, they're arguing over who's going to be the treasury pick, right? And Musk is even tweeting out in public, "Oh, I like this person. Oh, but what about this person?" And like this, I just laugh because like, isn't this open corruption? Like, if I give, and again, put the shoe on the other foot. Just imagine whatever CEO, Bezos or Zuckerberg gives a whole bunch of money to Biden, and then suddenly starts tweeting out, "Oh, we're gonna pick this person. We're gonna pick this person," and you're trying to get people who are favorable to your company. Like for example, Trump recently he picked someone for the FCC. I guess this particular person wrote a chapter in that Project 2025 thing. If you don't know, that was the ultra conservative, plans for the future. And Trump tried to pretend like he wasn't going to doing that stuff, but now he's, I guess, picking someone who's like a big part of that thing. And basically, what this is that FCC chair, he can put in a whole bunch of rules. The Trump people can put all of their people in to basically benefit Musk and X, and they can actually hurt Google and Facebook. Now, if you don't pay attention to any of this kind of stuff, right? Let's say you don't want to get involved in politics and that kind of stuff, and I understand that, but it is part of our markets, and I just give you some simple examples. So let's say, for example, that a person, we'll go back to this one article here, on whatever company, let's use a company that you don't like. So let's say you really hate, I don't know, Coca-Cola, okay? You hate Coca-Cola, and one of their board members, tweet out something about, pumping the stock or whatever. And the FCC, they can like make rules and that kind of stuff of like what you can tweet, what you can't tweet. If we live in a world to where like you can tweet out fake stuff all day, every day, for me, it's a real problem. So, for example, I think recently I just saw, it was like 2 days ago, Musk is suing the state of California because Musk wants the right to be able to tweet out fake images, like as if that's a God-given right. um, and like, why does that matter? During the say period right before an election, and you just literally just tweet out fake nonsense, which Musk's own platform Grok says that Musk does. It is a massive problem, but it depends if you want truth or not, and if you want corruption or not. So for me, I prefer not to have corruption. That's my opinion. But this is so what essentially, I guess, what people want, unfortunately, and this is sort of what we're getting. This particular one, too, is the net neutrality thing may come into play. If you don't know, the basic gist would be, do you want to treat internet traffic all equal? So if I sign up for whatever internet, company, and then if they wanted to, right, if the laws weren't there, if they wanted to, they could make it that some websites are faster than others to where like, they could preference you to like, not see a particular website because they'll just slow down the traffic to that. Or for example, Musk has Starlink, right? So they could come up with some sort of ways where you can monetize speeds regarding on which sites that you want to look at, whatever. But point being though, is that my opinion, which I don't think is a crazy one to take, if we do appoint whatever people to whatever government positions, you want to appoint someone who is qualified, fair, and figures out ways to make rules that benefit most of Americans, not just the billionaire class. If you prefer making laws for billionaires, so be it. I get that. For some people, say like your, Meet Kevins or your Farzads, they essentially benefit and profit by pumping up whatever messages that Musk wants to put out there. And there's certainly that world, if you want that world, and that's the world of idiocracy. So like to hear your thoughts on any one of these things. Please be careful out there. And again, whenever insiders are selling or you have this massive amounts of corruption, the question I want to ask for you is, how long can this go on? And is this just our new normal? And I guess if it is, you have to decide, do you want to be part of it or not? If you don't want to be part of this stuff, just buy your essentially index funds. And yes, you'll have some of these stuff in there, so you won't have to necessarily be worrying about is my particular stock being pumped on Reddit or not. And then if it is, it's going to the moon. If it's not, this is going to drop like a rock. And you'll be much safer that way. The other thing is too, is like when you have this massive amounts of sort of pumping that we're seeing right now in markets, is this the peak? So there is a possibility after Trump gets in office, then all the insiders, right, all the ones with the major holdings in these companies all sell out, and then we'll see. So we'll keep a track. For me, I just am very, very cautious about this kind of stuff because I just think that there's only so long that this corrupt stuff can last. So that's my thoughts. I want to hear yours, and I'll catch you on the next video.